everyone, welcome back to Wildwood Cottage and welcome back to Wales. Today I thought we'd have a potter around the garden, and I'm going to be showing you my victory garden and the raised beds that I've bought to go in there. This is my old potting shed, by the way. This is what Gordon used to use as a potting shed. Where you are, there used to be a little table or a little bench, and he used to get his seeds started there. I've turned it into a craft shed. It's where I've got my dye pans and my natural dyes and my acid dyes, and it's where I'm going to be dyeing wool in the summer. So once I've got the victory garden finished, it's full steam ahead for my craft stuff. But anyway, that's not what we're doing in here. What we're doing in here is, I thought I'd show you the rhubarb crowns that I bought. They are really good. Excuse the rustling. But these are off Marshalls. Now, with the money I've been saving on my grocery shopping, on my food, I decided that I would invest it in food in the garden, and I want to do more perennial food. And I thought rhubarb was a good way to go. I've got some of Gordon's rhubarb crowns, but they're getting a bit old now. They go to flower. I've lost a few. I've lost a few in the garden. I've planted them and I can't find them. I'm sure they'll come up if they're going to come up. But I thought I'd invest in some new ones, and Marshall's had a good deal on. They were doing 3 crowns, and I think they were £15 of 3 different varieties. So I've got those, and they are, that's not that one. They're really big crowns as well. There you go, there's a shoot on that. I mean, look how big that is. So that's going to do really well. Where am I? Let's put my glasses on and I'll tell you what these are. This one is Timperley Early. And I've got a proper rhubarb bed for them to grow in. And the rhubarb's doing really well at the moment. But this one's got a good shoot on it as well. Got a couple of good shoots on it actually. So yeah, this one's called Victoria. No idea what it looks like. And this one is Raspberry Red. This is the one I was most excited about. Its shoot started to die back a bit, but I think that's just because it's been left in the bag. But it doesn't look too bad. It looks like quite a decent crown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a little washing up bowl, hydrate them overnight, and then I'll plant them tomorrow because they've been in quite dry weather with having all this dry weather we've had. The other variety I've got is one called Goliath. Now apparently it's edible, but it's a giant variety, hence the name. And apparently it goes 1 metre tall by 1 metre wide. And I thought, what a fantastic way of doing preserving and getting rhubarb in jars ready for rhubarb crumble. Now I love these little summer varieties because they're beautiful for just making an instant crumble or a bit to go on top of the yogurt or ice cream or something like that, or into a tart or something. But I thought the Goliath would be a great one to do in jars for the winter, because if it's going to produce these really long shoots and stalks, then it's going to be great for using in jars. And the great thing is the leaves I can use in my dye pot, and I can use that as a mordant to set the dye on the wool. So this is the Goliath. It started to die back with being so wet, but there is another good shoot coming up behind it there. So what I'm going to do is, as I say, I'm going to pop them in some water now, get them hydrated, and get them in the garden. So Tottering by Gently is the first rose in the garden this year. This one always flowers on the 1st of May, and true to form, it flowered on the 1st of May. It's only supposed to be about 4 foot tall, this bush, and it's up to about 6 foot I think. It's growing really well. There's loads of buds on it. It's full of buds. But yeah, this is the first rose in the garden this year, and it's a very bonny one. So I decided to bite the bullet, and I went to the garden centre and bought some new plants. I thought that I'd get some stuff in the garden now that the raised beds are up. So I bought some lettuce. I think this one's called, is it Lollo Rossa? There's quite a few lettuces in there. I bought these lettuce. I think they're called Lollo, or is it oak leaf? or both, can't remember. But yeah, there's quite a few leaves, quite a few lettuces in there. There's about 3 to a plug, so nice healthy plants as well. So I thought I'd put them in. I've also bought some greyhound cabbage. Now, they said not to plant cabbage in the summer. I want some for the autumn, so I can pick the outer leaves as they grow and then leave them to heart up a bit. So there's 9 in there, and they were £3. The lettuce was £3. I got 2. Didn't realise there was 2 in a pot. Oh, and a stray nasturtium in the pot there. And these are green courgettes. There you go. And these were £2.50 for 2, and the free nasturtium. So I wanted to get a head start on the courgettes because the first lot I sowed didn't grow. So to be sure that I get some, I'm still going to sow some, but I thought I'd buy some in the garden centre when I saw them. I've got 5 different herbs. I've got a compact oregano. I've got an oregano hot and spicy. I've got a curry plant. Now I've wanted one of these for ages. I thought for a minute it was a lavender, but yeah, curry plant. I've got a lemon thyme, and I've got a thyme Archer's Gold, which is a variegated one. So they're going to go in my little herb sinks up the garden. And then I also bought these, and these are cauliflowers. I think they might be all year round. Doesn't say. But anyway, I've got 9 of them as well. Nice healthy plants. So these ones are going to go in Gordon's patch, and the lettuce and salady crops are going to go in this patch. Now I've got my raised beds done. I've got 6 in here so far. I've got this tyre, and I've got another round thing there as well. And I've put this fence up here, and I'm going to put a raised bed on the other side there as well. I've also got my potatoes in tubs. I'll just show you. Ooh. I decided to put my potatoes in tubs. These were basil, but unfortunately they got fried in the weather. But yeah, I've got my potatoes in here. These are first earlies. So I've got, I think these are rockets. I've got 5 tubs. And I've also got another bin as well with them in. So these are just going to go outside, and I'm going to put some mesh over and try and keep the mice out. And then as they grow, I'll top them up with a mix of what's this stuff? Compost and mixed bark. I'll mix it together as a mix. I found these were growing in with my peas. The peas didn't come up, but these did. No idea what they are, but I'm going to pot them on, and they're going to be my bonus crop. I still haven't got my potatoes in because I was waiting to get my compost. But these ones are Wiltshire. These are second earlies. Those ones are King Edwards. And then I can't remember what they are. Oh, they're Wiltshire as well. And I've also got some Jersey Royals, and I thought I'd have a go at growing them because we've got a big massive sack of sand out the front. And they were £4 full price, and I got them for £1.89. So I thought I'd have a go at growing them. Parsley's gone a bit bonkers. It's going to have seeds on it soon. So I'm going to be able to cut them. I'm going to cut it down, and then it'll just grow back again. These are the seeds that I started in March. These are my tomatoes. I'm really pleased with them. I've been keeping them under the table here, and I've done really well. These are the second lot I did, and they're my first lot. I've got some cucumbers coming through as well. These are chilies. And then I've got some cabbages as well. Not cabbages, kale. This one is a purple curly kale. This one is a dwarf kale. Now, believe it or not, this was seeds from about 12 years ago, 13 years ago. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to chuck it in and see if it grows. And look at all these lovely kale plants. It just goes to show you can grow old seeds. Not a lot of my seeds worked. Don't know why. But yeah. And then in here, these ones are a thing called calettes. And these are like a mix between a sprout and a kale. And I've got 5 of those have come through. Gone a bit leggy, but I'm sure they'll be fine. And then these ones are sprouting broccoli, and I think they're purple. Oh no, these are sprouts, purple sprouts. So yeah, and I planted my kohlrabi. They're growing nicely outside because the worst of the frosts are past here now. And then this one here is cauliflower all year round, and I think this one's a collie as well. Yeah, that one's a cauliflower as well, this one here. So we're going to have quite a few cauliflowers, which is great because I love cauliflower. And this one's all year round. I'm not sure what this one is. I think this one might be an all year round as well. But yeah, so there's plenty going on in the polytunnel now and outside in the garden. Right, I've still got some raised beds to do, but they're going out that way, out in Gordon's patch, and then I can get cracking out there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sow some seeds as well. I'm going to do seeds outside now rather than in the polytunnel, and I'm going to start getting the polytunnel ready now for the tomatoes to go in, because they're going to go in the next week or so, and the cucumbers as well. So there's plenty to do, but I need to get those raised beds done and it fenced off from the chickens and the dog, so that I can then put the cauliflowers and the cabbages out. And I think in those tyres, I think that's where I'm going to put the courgettes, and get them to grow. Plenty to do, plenty to do. Yeah, darling. So these beds are nicely filled now. They just need some chip bark on up to the second bump there, and then I'm going to put compost in. I'm going to do the same for that one. There's raspberries going in those too, because as I said, I'm moving them from the side of the polytunnel. And then these two are filled with sticks. They've got cardboard on the bottom. And then they are going to have, again, chip bark and then a bag of compost on the top. And what I'll do is I'll keep adding a bag of compost, and as stuff rots down, it'll just gradually get filled with soil and compost. As I say, on the other side of that fence there, here, is going to go another one of these raised beds. And then that'll be 7 in here. I couldn't fit one there where those raspberry beds are. I couldn't fit one here. It wasn't long enough. He's in his happy place. Yeah, I couldn't fit another raised bed there, because it just wasn't long enough. So I couldn't do that. I'm excited as well. I've got the polytunnel plastic, and that arrived yesterday. So I'm going to do that on Monday. But yeah, it's all coming together nicely. Beautiful evening. There you go. So then you'll water in your trench, and then that'll just give the plant a chance to absorb water, and it'll get a good drink. And then you can just keep moving the soil around, and that'll just feed the plant as well. Make sure you've got no breaches in your wall. And the plant will reward you. Plenty of courgettes. Right, so there we go. So that's happy, just needs good water, which I'll do now. And then I think I'm going to go in, because the midges are about. Right. Pea stripe. There's a mouse. Right, so I think that's it for me for today. Can't think of anything else to show you. Hope you've enjoyed a look in the different aspects of my garden. And I am sat on the grass in the secret garden. It is absolutely beautiful in here. I came in this morning and popped my head over the gate, and I was like, oh, it's grown, it's lovely. So yeah, I'm sat with the lupins and these beautiful flowers. Not sure what they are. I think they're scabious, but I'm not sure. But it's all beautiful. It's very nice. So me and Stripe, there he is, the little tinker. We thought we'd come to you from from the secret garden. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go and upload this video. I've got to go down to the cafe to upload my video. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one on Wednesday. Don't forget to check out the memberships. I know I keep going on about it at the moment, but I am going to be offering all sorts of different perks on there that ordinarily you won't get for free on my channel. But you're still going to get access to the free content as well. I'm not going to make it members only, but there will be sort of members shorts that you'll get that you won't get to see on the ordinary channel straight away. I'm thinking of trying to get you early access to the videos if you're in the top tier. So yeah, it's worth having a look. Do check it out, because it's really going to support me here and support my work here, because I'm finding it now that it's taking an awful lot of time. And it would be good to get a little bit of what's the word? A little bit of help financially to be able to put all these things together, because it is a full-time job. And yeah, I do thoroughly enjoy doing it, don't get me wrong. But memberships would be a way for you to support my channel here, to support the work that I do here, to keep getting all the strong research that I do for you here, and to keep getting the great content that you seem to love and enjoy getting here. So it doesn't cost a lot of money, just the cost of a cup of coffee. And it just means that you can support me here on YouTube, and I can keep doing what I love doing for you. So yeah, I'm going to go. Do click in the link in the description bar below to find out any more information that I've mentioned in my video. And do click on the join button next to the subscribe button, and that'll just take you to the page, the landing page, that will tell you what I'm going to be offering in my memberships, and you can join whichever membership you want there. And you can cancel any time, so you're not committed to anything. Anyway, enough waffle. I'm going to go. I'm enjoying the sunshine, and I'm going to see you again on Wednesday for our second in the pantry series. Oh, before I do go, don't forget that you can also find me on social media. You can share any of my videos anytime you want, I don't mind. And you can also find me on Facebook and Instagram as well. I do have a Pinterest account, but I don't go on there very much. And I've also got a Ko-fi page where I've posted some of my recipes. So do keep involved in all that's going on with my YouTube channel, and I will see you again in the next video. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye for now. Bye bye.